Anything else? Any questions?
So you've got the March 13th event, does that need special permission?
No, that does not need,
That's what we
no.
got to make sure we approve this before.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, thanks. Mhm.
All right, other public comment?
Hi, I'm back. It's Brittany Rowland from Carthage, Indiana. I'm here as a resident seeking clarity and transparency.
You're from Carthage?
I live in Carthage, yep. As you may recall, I brought up a incident where our KPD officers were in a video on Snapchat that circulated on October 18th. I've previously requested public records related to officer duty status and timekeeping on October 18th under the Indiana Access to Public Records Act. The records provided raise additional questions regarding documentation, supervision, and accountability, as in nothing that I received has any official markings on it. Nothing tells me it's from KPD or the town. There's no indication. These are just papers as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just here to request clarity. I'm not here to make any accusations. I'm just wanting clarification. After reviewing those documents, if they were actually timekeeping records, I don't know. There's nothing saying they are. Our interim chief is serving in a leadership capacity over 2 towns, reportedly working in excess of 70 hours per week. If that's accurate, it raises reasonable questions about oversight capacity and administrative supervision. Transparency protects everyone, the officers, the town, and the public. Clear timekeeping records and accountability are basic governance standards, not personal attacks. The public deserves to understand how supervision is being structured, how conduct is being monitored, and who's responsible for ensuring departmental standards are upheld over time. So I'm just wondering why every time I come to this council with anything that is justified, I don't get true, clear answers. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention that I've also contacted the public access counselor to help out. So thank you.
Thanks.
All right, other public comments?
I am Cynthia Neal, and I reside at 8757 South County Road, 625 West in Knightstown. I'm here, and my concern is that during the snow removal from town, there's been some millings hauled, those Traxel dump trucks are using the public entrance, and those roads are not stable for that heavy of a piece of equipment. And I'm here to
Public entrance to what?
to the cemetery.
Cemetery, okay.
Yes, and I'm sure they're taking it back there to dump.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, right, it's, you know,
But an entrance.
I have a commercial driver's license, and I totally comprehend that that is not a road that size of vehicle should be on, and it will do damage to that. We do have a construction entrance that they should be using, so I'm not sure who that vendor the town uses for that, but I would like that addressed, as, you know, I have loved ones there, I'm there frequently, and that is absolutely going to destroy the pavement there. It's not suitable for that, and you know, it just continues to happen. So
Let me just say, I've talked to Susie and I addressed the issue. They were told to use the back entrance.
Okay,
not
good.
Come in off 109.
Okay, great.
Hopefully that won't happen again.
All right, other public comments? If not, we'll continue with our meeting. All right, we're ready for the police report.
Sir. Pretty quick report for you tonight. Can you hit the, so it shows up a little better? Oh. Oh. Well, it's kind of on the wall and get it set up right. But we had 1,155 hours of patrol time for the last period. 325 calls for service. Sorry. I'll go on. You don't have to see it, I guess, but maybe it'll pop back up. Oh, there it is. 325 calls for service. The officers did 130 security checks. There were 332 traffic stops. And 125 tickets written. 70 of those were warning out of those traffic stops. 32 school bus patrols. I know you guys talked about the golf cart and the ATV, or I guess ATV's a side-by-side is what I should say. But is it okay, can I go ahead and put out on Facebook that we're gonna start inspecting those and have him get the stickers? Are you guys ready to do that or not?
We have the ordinance for the UTVs tonight, so I would expect.
UTVs?
That's what it said, UTV.
So should I not start doing any of it yet till we're done? Okay, okay,
After we pass it tonight, then you're good to go.
okay, all right, thank you. 746 gallons of gasoline. We had a lot of arrests, 28 arrests this time. I won't read all of them to you, I'll just point out some of them. There were several felony warrants, intimidation. There was a domestic battery and a strangulation. We even had the person arrested for making a terroristic threat that they now regret doing. There's some methamphetamines, possession of paraphernalia, a couple operating while intoxicated, another possession of methamphetamine, a DUI there, some more methamphetamine possession. We got a person with a habitual traffic violator, and then resisting law enforcement, and then a couple driving while suspended. The reason I put that in there is just to let you guys know the team that you put together is doing a great job. And those guys are out there busting their butt and following up on the calls and making those arrests that need to be made, and I think it sends a strong message, so.
Thank you to you and Pete. Appreciate all the hard work.
Yeah, it's amazing the work that these guys are doing, so. I did start printing these numbers out, and I gave each one of you a spreadsheet so that it'll be tallied every month so that you guys can have reference to it, because I've noticed a couple of you try to write them down. That way you don't have to write them down. And also, Jeffrey had asked about overtime, so I thought it would be very easy just to provide every month with my report a spreadsheet that shows the number of overtime hours and who got those. We have time cards also that you can see if you want any more detail.
Can I ask that on the overtime report, maybe you add another section for reserve hours?
Yes.
Because that's kind of where overtime comes from when we don't have reserves, right?
So, yeah, somewhat, yes. And so you want to know the number of reserve hours every month?
Yeah.
That worked? Okay. And with Corey going to the academy at the end of next month, we'll be switching. Right now, we're working 12-hour shifts, so we'll be switching back to the other schedule. We'll be heavily dependent on the reserves for the weekend. That's why we've been doing a lot of training. And right now, you see a lot of days with 2 cars out. It's because those reserves are heavy in training, and the full-time guys are following them around and assisting them, and it's going well. But you won't see as many 2 cars out when Corey leaves for the academy. We're trying to prepare for that soon so we don't have overtime and stuff. Any more questions?
How are the reserves doing?
They're doing great. I can't believe how fast a couple of them are learning. They're all on the top part of the learning curve and out there spending lots of hours in here every week trying to get with the program. But even when the reserves start working those shifts, there will always be myself, John, or Devin, or Austin in the area to help them if they get into something that it's a little over their head or
Right.
something. They'll never be thrown to the wolves by themselves. So.
Right. So how are the girls, like, I've seen the guys around town just at the gas station, or like when I drive past and they have a car pulled over, I've seen them, but how's Mallory and Allison doing?
Mallory, as you know, we scheduled the pre-basic around the schedule so she could go. Things changed where she works out at the old children's home, and she wasn't able to attend the pre-basic. And we have not been able to get her in a pre-basic. As you know, things are even more complicated out there. She hasn't completed that. She hasn't done anything yet. She hasn't even been sworn in. She hasn't taken the pre-basic or anything. But Allie has been doing a great job and has got all of her equipment secured. And she hasn't been here as much as the others, but she will, and she'll catch up. She learns fast. So
Okay, thank you.
How many total reserves do we have?
total reserves. How many total reserves we have now? 5. Yes. I should report that Brian Watson. He was on the previous police department and came back and did a great job for that department and did a wonderful job for us. But he got a job at Monrovia, which is about 5 miles. He's the fellow that lives in Avon. And Monrovia, I think, is like 5 or 10 miles from Avon. And he left on good graces, and this was his last week, and he's going out there to work now. So I hate to lose him. He did a great job. He's really reliable. So.
Have you started working on the Citizens Police Academy yet?
It's all ready to go, but I need to advertise and see who's interested. We'd like to start. John and I were talking about it. We'd like to get that started sooner than later and get it started before Corey leaves. And so, but that's a lot of work and it takes a lot of people to put it on. And so with things being a little hectic right now, we didn't do it, but we're ready.
What is your goal as far as participation? 20 people or
Reserve, right? Oh, no,
Oh.
you mean,
Academy.
the academy?
I would love to have 20 people.
Okay.
And
I didn't know what the,
the way it's set up, we could have 30 or 40 if we want, but 20 would be wonderful. And, because it basically takes about the same amount of time to teach it, with the exception of the practicals that we do or at the end, that would take a little longer. But, so I would hope to see 20 or 30 people, and I'd love to see 5 town board members in that next reserve. And Greg, I would just love to see that if you guys wanted to all come and attend. Anything else?
Anything else? All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank-
Oh, wrong switch.
By the way, the videos
Works manager,
are running, if you guys will use your microphones, please.
oh,
are we on? We are on. There we go.
hello.
Welcome, everyone. Had some technical difficulties, so we're just starting video.
Just so you know, the reserve hours for last meeting to this meeting was, I believe, roughly 272 and a half.
Okay.
So,
Roughly. Good.
yeah, I was doing the math really quick
Precise,
right
rough.
before this, so
right.
I may have missed a 1 or 2, but for the most part, we
thank
should be
you.
right around that.
Thanks.
Elvis couldn't make it, so he provided notes for all of you.
Brief
It's in your
Yeah,
folder.
it's over
It's
there.
very small. I can read through it real quick. 117, there was a 2-inch main leak on East Warwick. Dave Lukens came in. 121, they flushed the hydrant on Morgan Street. 122, they called in fluid waste to jet rod the sewer behind Quick Fix. 124, they plowed snow and called in Jacob Dobbins' crew to help with that. 22, they called Cully in to cut roots out and camera the sanitary. Dave Lukens fixed 4 water issues, 1 on West Pine, 1 at Jake's, 1 at North McCullum, and 1 on Main Street. And that's all I have.
Thank you. All right, so at this time, I'm going to begin including our new engineering company, HWC, with the utility report. So we have Brian here, if you want to go ahead and come up and share everything you have.
More of the business development community liaison update. Soon you'll have a much more formal and more utility information. But we did have our meeting, Desiree and Roger. We talked about really just kind of making the connections. We now have a tour scheduled for,
March
is that the 4th, the 3rd? 3rd?
3rd.
I think
at
it-
9:30.
I believe it's a Tuesday, and Bart will get with you that just to make sure that anybody can come that would like to. We'd want to publicize that. But that will be our next step. Eric, who I believe was, he was at the utility meeting there, has been in interaction with Mr. Morlock on, and that's really the main thing today that I have is the on-call agreement. So looking for kind of formal approval of that, or authorization for Roger to sign, however you want to do that. That will kind of kick us into gear, and after that tour, we'll have a lot better understanding of who it is we're working with, what deeper issues into the water and sewer and those things. So no major report other than we did meet with the committee. I think really kind of got the relationship moving, and that March 3rd date.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so we'll need we need a meeting notice, right?
Special meeting notice.
Right.
Right, published and posted.
So I noticed, I think this just all happened like in the last few days, so we don't actually have a copy of the contract.
There are two.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
right.
The on-call contract, I think, came a little earlier.
Yeah.
It did.
And so I don't know if you have a copy of that or not.
I don't see it in the packet. Did you guys get the on-call contract?
I
Did you guys?
did not see one?
No, I mean,
Oh.
well, you probably should have
And
too.
we were talking about before the meeting, I think we were having, there was some stuff unfortunately,
Right.
Roger, attorney, and then we didn't have Bart in on that, so I can certainly connect everybody. I do have a physical copy I can leave.
Okay.
And that'll allow you guys to take a look at it, make sure that it's matching up with everything we talked about, or,
Well, I've reviewed it, it matches
Right.
up with my requested changes, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you're more than welcome to review it, but just understand they're not hired to do anything until you sign that on-call
Right, yeah, we
contract.
need to get
So-
started, yeah.
Yep.
And then there's a secondary contract, if you were gonna talk about that project.
and do you want that now or later?
Go ahead, yeah,
On the
go ahead. Let's
Washington
do it all
Street.
Might as
together,
well
right?
just cover it while you're here.
Right.
Okay, and I'll give you, let me make sure I have this one. This is
Should say
this one says
on-call.
on-call services on there. And for their, usually I don't see the market. They left those there to make sure that
I see.
they had the.
Right, you'll see the stricken and changed items on
Okay,
both
that's
of
a
these
marked up
contracts.
copy.
I assume from now on, it'll be a clean copy, but this is basically sort of a red line, but it's got all the changes in
Yep.
it, so.
So at this point, I will ask my counterpart to come up here as well. This is Kyle. As we kind of talked about, kind of multidisciplined in what we're doing. Kyle is with the landscape architecture and planning area of what we do, and has been, I think, the lead on this project. Eric Walker, somebody else that we have talked about, but.
So let me just remind people what this topic is. 'Cause
Sure.
we've discussed it a few times, but this is the Washington Street project that's been kind of ongoing. It was originally submitted for the Ready 2 projects. It did not make the cut. New money came available several months ago. We resubmitted it. It was approved by the county. It was approved by the region, and it's at the state for final approval. There's a two-step approval, I think you
Yep.
said. And so that project, we just wanted to get some additional insights and make sure everybody's aware of kind of what the plan is and going forward.
Sure.
Go right ahead,
These are
thanks.
some of the graphics that were prepared with the Ready project to illustrate at least the project concept. So there's a diagram, and it's really, at the point we're at now, is a line and some bubbles on the map. This project in the contract would be to dive into the actual design and the details and work towards an actual construction set that would go out for bid.
So maybe a quick comment. This project is, I can't remember the exact number, over $500,000. There's local match commitment by the
Right.
town. You have them?
I have those.
You got them,
It's
good.
one-
Okay,
yep.
I'll let you go through.
So
it.
quickly on the funding, as he said, we'd applied, money came back to the county. The county has a steering committee that gets to select where that goes. I think there was a mild split of remaining
was.
dollars. So the original request was 500, ended up being awarded 325,000 locally. That then went to a steering committee that also then blessed that, moved it on up the system. So the 325 would be from Ready. Food and beverage was 94,000. There may be change.
Let me make a
on some of
quick
these.
comment about that. So there was a part of the project, I believe, that did not move forward, had this food and beverage money. So we're very thankful to the county for the food and beverage. They did give that to us. to help with giving, putting the money that we need into this project. So I just want to make sure to say that. We're very thankful to the county for putting that extra $94,000 into the project.
Okay. Another one, also, I'm sure a nice thank you goes out to as well. Hoosier Gym was 25,000, as this will lead down to the gym. The RDC was 100,000, and you have any more detail on exactly that part? That was, I think, it committed early on as
It's
well.
a part of our, yeah, we increased it some. It's a part of our, well, we actually expanded it, so it could come from any of our current funds, I believe. We originally had it narrow, but we expanded it to go to 100,000.
Okay. The town was 42,000, which included 22,000, which had already been spent. They counted as a match on the Washington Street improvements. And then I think there was the additional 20. I'll let him get into the full scope of that, but just so you understand the ready process, as we said, the region has basically taken on that project. They blessed it to move forward. The state now has it. It's just a two-step approval process. Currently it's step one, which is called pre-commitment. That has been submitted. It takes 1 to 2 weeks for them to take a look at that. They usually kick back. Occasionally have a question or two, but we look for that process to go pretty smoothly. Step two is compliance approval. That's where approval begins and we can begin to submit invoices. Mason Gordon, who was here with me once, well, I guess later last year, not earlier this year, he oversees the region. So it's kind of a nice thing where we have our staff kind of here at the local level, but also HWC helps administer the region. And he is the one that kind of submits those. So he'll walk us through that process if there's anything that we need to do. The timeline, there's a couple of timelines that we're considering for this project. One is ready, one is local. We need to be fully approved by June, which we don't anticipate having any issues at all with that. Have to submit the first invoice by September of 2026. I'm sorry, it's gonna be 2027? No, it is 26. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm in the right year again. But that's also when we're hoping to see completion, because the goal is to have this complete by,
September, so the Hoosier Gym is doing a pretty large 40th anniversary of the movie Hoosiers in September. So we'd like for all this to be kind of ready for, grand opening, I'll say, whatever, for that event.
that'll certainly be our goal. I'll probably wrap up with the final part being that timeline, but I'll hand off now to Kyle, who'll give you the details on what, where we're at so far and kind of the timeline of getting this to completion.
So the project extents that I've passed down for the benefit of everyone is really looking at pedestrian improvements, largely on the east side of Washington Street from Brown up to Hoosier Gym. The intent of that is to do partial sidewalk replacement. I just drove by there again before this meeting, and there's big segments of the sidewalk that look in pretty good shape, so don't need to needlessly expend money on replacing those areas that would be in good shape. The process on our end, contract is signed for us to move forward, would be to do a walking site visit and clearly delineate what needs to be replaced and what doesn't. We would have our survey crews get some detailed survey information at the intersections so we can properly get ADA ramps at all the intersections along that corridor. And then the other component of this is kind of this art piece, sculpture, wayfinding component to look at kind of a signature piece near Hoosier Gym and a little plaza at that end, a signature piece in the plaza space south of Brown Street, and potentially some gateway pieces on the south end of Washington Street at that end, and then some monument pieces along the corridor. Those are really the design component of this and kind of working through what those pieces would be, kind of making this I don't know necessarily sculptures, but kind of public art pathway from Brown Street to the Hoosier Gym through this project.
So just to be clear, the south end should be at the square. So that's Brown Street,
yes.
but actually on the square.
Correct, yeah,
In
the
that-
pedestrian improvements end at Brown Street in terms of connecting to the square. But then that artwork component could definitely be within the square to kind of grab your attention off National Road and know that connection going north.
So I will say, we're looking for any additional contributions. We are just a little short of what our original dollars were. I would love to put some kind of a sculpture or photo picture taking. I want to have the Hoosiers movie, you know, with the group, right, in the huddle, and you get to be a part of the huddle. I don't know if we'll get that, but that would be my goal.
And really that goal of connecting, you know, when you talked about the different events and festivals and stuff you have already, how do you make that connection to the gym as well? So it should be a fun.
Yeah, the key goal here, we want to draw, you know, all these many tens of thousands of people coming to the Hoosier Gym up Washington Street into downtown, right? We've got restaurants, we've got shops, we have, you know, a lot to offer. We just want to make sure those people don't drive into the Hoosier Gym and drive away.
Yep.
They see these elements, they're going to want to walk up the street and see what's going on.
Schedule-wise, our intent for that, I said with a notice to proceed, is to start in with the survey and design construction document, design development drawings, kind of affirm with whatever that group or committee would be from the town to help us confirm that design direction, move into construction documents with the intent of near the end of April to be in a position for that to go out to bid so that construction could start somewhere around June and give us a good solid 3 months before that September event with the Hoosier Gym. I think pending as we kind of define this project and zero in, can always emphasize milestone dates for a contractor to emphasize the improvements at Hoosier Gym or the sidewalk section itself, even if some of these other artwork pieces, fabrication-wise or timing, but the focus is definitely on the Hoosier Gym and the walkways. And
Don't
giving
put
that
caveats in
opportunity.
already.
What's that?
We need everything by September.
And that's laying this out for that purpose.
I understand.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Got-
Let's not start with the caveats about when we get it done.
Yeah,
you.
so going out to bid with that, I can't, the only caveat, and I will
I
have
know.
to say it is, I'm not the contractor.
Yeah, I
So we'll
know.
give those timeframes and list that out and give a reasonable window for that and hope when that actually goes out to bid, that contractors can respond with that.
And that's definitely key as you bid it out and you
Yeah.
have interviews of any kind, you're working with the contractor. And hopefully it's somebody you know and trust when they say, we got it.
Yeah.
So the other thing just to bring up was your timing's a little different here. So I just had a surgery where the doctor kept telling me, there's no risk, but it's low risk. So I want to be able to share that the approval is not there yet. That being said, our Mason, who's done this, we've had 40 or 50 of these go through. And of all of them, about $50 million of projects have gone through and not had any issue whatsoever. I just don't want to say that, and some crazy thing shoots down, and you say, what the heck was going on here? But we feel pretty confident. If you were to wait, you've got 2 weeks, probably a couple weeks to get the first commitment I talked about, and maybe another 2 or 3 to get the second. So you're 5 weeks down the road, and then we're gonna
It's gonna
start
make
this
us late.
timeline.
If we don't approve getting you started tonight,
Yep.
it's gonna make this project late. So we need to take action on the contract
And again, if I'm on your side, and I was, if, for those that don't know, I did this stuff with Rushville and was a special, this is a risk I would have taken. It's a very, very low risk. And with our folks at the helm of that, we'll know if anything is getting squirrely before even the region would know that. So we would let you know if something came up, but I think you're in pretty good shape.
okay, do you have that contract with you?
That is also, I think he has multiple copies of that, and also, thank you to Mr. Morlock, who did have a chance to take a look at that. Like, we're getting used to the dance here, and we were sending some things to Roger and some things to the attorney, and I think Bart, we need to make sure he's included in everything, so, but yeah.
No, this is the project contract. And Greg has reviewed this, right?
Yeah, the guts of both are the same. It's just the attachments, the exhibits will differ from project to project, and the on-call one is just an hourly rate based on how often you use them. But it does include a provision that you will come to meetings without charge, not the engineer or any technical person, but just your business liaison individual will be here at all of your meetings without charge.
Any of your fill-in stuff, you'll see me, and if for any reason that's impossible that day, I'll give notice and make sure that we have it covered, or you say, we're good this
Yeah,
tonight.
and your engineer said anytime they were needed, they would be here.
Yep, anytime they've got something like, you will definitely see them.
Got other copies, do I pass that out to the rest of the council members? Or-
Yeah, give one to everybody, sure. So we're gonna ask them to vote on it.
And typically on that, would you just scan that and send out like the next day or something? That's perfect.
With the signature, that one.
Yep. And both of ours are already signed, right?
Is this in markup form too, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it final?
They just use the same form. It still
Yeah.
has the red line
Okay.
changes in it, but
Should I sign this one if we approve it, or
if
we
you
gotta
could,
get?
you could sign it.
We can sign this one, okay.
Yep. And we just felt like with everything going on, that was the best way
No,
to
I
make sure
agree.
they were
That's
clearly.
fine. But from now on, you won't see those deletions or changes. The changes will still be in there,
Sure.
but not the deletions, because they'll be out.
All right. Any questions for these folks?
I was just gonna ask in the future, could you include all the council members on your emails?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, now,
I mean, unless.
if
it's
you end up
something-
getting, because I will say, even internally, we'll have one email that goes out. If you want more technical things, like you could get bombarded with stuff, so we can kind of try like, hey, just send everything, but it can get a little, during a project, you get a little,
Things like the March 3rd tour, just anything. just-
be mindful of, and what I can do too is put my own thing on. When I was a council guy, this is something I kind of would like to know about, even if I
Right.
can't attend it, that kind of
Right,
stuff. Yes,
yeah.
we will work to get that.
That's wonderful.
And I know that Eric today was asking me for different emails, and we went out, everything's online. So as long as you all use the Town of Knightstown email,
Yeah.
if that's appropriate, that's what we're planning to use.
Yes, please. We want to make sure we're
Wonderful.
using it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay?
Do you want us to do each one separate, like a motion for the regular agreement? and then
Yeah, we
the
need to
on-call?
separate them, right.
I would suggest you do the on-call one first, and just because it's kind of the
That's the
template for
overall.
the
All
Washington
right.
Street project.
So let's go ahead and cover these.
Okay.
There's a motion for the on-call contract. That'll get us started.
I'll make the motion that we approve the HWC on-call contract as presented on the last page of the packet.
I'll second that.
Okay, with a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And for the special project, Washington Street project,
I will make a motion to approve the last page of that.
It's the whole contract.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
whole-
sorry.
Washington corridor.
The Washington corridor contract.
I'll second it.
all right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're approved. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you coming. All right, let's move into new business. Temporary supervisor liaison position discussion. So, I don't know if somebody else had something, but I can go ahead and kind of speak to this, I guess. That we made Elvis, put him in charge of kind of providing leadership to the utilities. And, as I'll say, things change, at least from my understanding, over time. He has two relatives that now work for him, which is not necessarily appropriate. So we want to make an adjustment there. We talked about maybe having HWC give us some supervision, but also because we also already have Jeff Lane supporting our water, and he has lots of supervisory experience. I talked to him, and he said if we wanted him to, he would be willing to do that. Just to be fair, I proposed a small increase if we do hire him. He's getting $800 a month right now. I propose we go to $1,200 to do that. He's already been doing a lot extra, and I'll talk in a minute. Well, actually, I should just maybe bring it up since it really should have been utility. We did get water. He gave me the language. I don't have it exact, but basically the IDEM came and did a review of our water system today. It was quite a kind of surprise. He knew they were coming, but yeah. So there was some desire to kind of dig a little deeper, and they did. He does expect that we're going to get some things to work on, and so we'll deal with that as we need to. Not big surprises there. We know we need to do a project on the water system. Anyway, back to the supervisory role. Those are our options. Haven't really gotten pricing or anything. I did mention it to Brian, but I guess I'm opening the door to more conversation about this.
And Brian, would your company be okay with, I mean, is that something that you guys would would consider?
I think pretty much anything utility-wise, they play in a
The-
certain extent. With us having the upcoming meeting on the third, I don't know if you need information before then. If you do, I just have somebody get with Eric, who's the head of the department. That's a nice thing about Eric being a part of this project, is he is the guy, so. But I would just want to have them in that conversation.
Okay. I guess my concern would be that, you know, we want them to do our engineering stuff, and it looks like they're really wanting to do that for us. We don't want to venture away from what the scope of what they want.
Kind of agree, and
To
you
do.
need supervision,
It-
somebody liaising with them rather than
Yeah.
having them do both sides.
Yes. That would be my concern, is they're really presenting their information well, and then, you know, to throw this in there, I don't know if housekeeping's part of their
And I'll
HWC, so.
I'll be very, like, on any things you'll see today, like when I was at Rushville, Kyle was actually who I worked with on the other side, so that there are parts of the company I have great knowledge and insight. The utilities I'm growing that, I know and trust Eric a ton, and I know he wouldn't sell you down a road that, like, you need to do this if
Yeah.
he doesn't think you ought to be doing that, so I think having that conversation with Eric.
Definitely understand that, believe that, so. I'm sorry, our public comment time is over.
Trying to help you out. Local resident Cody Terry actually
Uh-huh.
has a water license, and I believe he's looking.
He does have a water license? Okay, we'd be glad to talk to him. Yep, we'd be glad to talk to him. So we'll actually talk about a topic where that may be very relevant tonight, so that's good. So,
I personally like the Jeff Lane scenario best, because he knows everybody,
See,
knows what
that's
we're
not-
doing, he,
Right.
you know.
he's already involved.
He's involved here.
I don't know, I mentioned to Roger, Jeff actually used to work for the town of Knightstown.
So he knows our
So,
system.
you know, he's familiar with quite a bit of the aspects.
Okay?
Bart, is he under contract now for certain things?
There's no actual
Yes.
contract.
No
Now,
contract.
we did a motion and approved him.
But you might want to, if you're
You wanna
expanding
get a-
those duties, you might want to have a
Yeah,
contract
something more
that clearly
specific.
spell out what he does and
Okay.
doesn't have to do. So I just need those bullet points, if you will, so I can
Okay.
put something together.
And would the contract just be a start date, not an end date, right, Greg?
Yes.
Just a start
Right.
date to whenever the services are I don't want to say
You
terminated,
can,
but,
I'll put it,
Yeah,
you
'cause
can
we don't
terminate
know.
the
yeah,
contract
yeah.
with 30 days
So-
notice.
Well, and we're gonna talk
Yeah.
more about
So
town manager, and things like that, so we get that person hired.
the only thing I'd like to see is if Jeff could show up to our monthly meetings and just
Yeah,
give the,
I thought about
give the
that.
updates and give
Be a
the,
part of the update.
yeah.
Yeah, it might just be a month or two, we'll see.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he fall in our salary? Like,
He wouldn't be,
He's a contractor,
he would be
so he's
contract.
not on the salary ordinance, he's a contractor.
okay, so
Completely outside of,
okay, so it'd be
Our
like
salary
we'd get him on the ledger that we get. It would be on that.
yeah, right, he'd get paid through our regular payments, right?
Okay.
yeah. And that's why we need a contract, especially as we add to his responsibilities, right? So we'll put that in place, so. Do we have a motion to get this started?
I'll make a motion that we hire Jeff Lane. I guess adding $400 a month to his present pay to be the liaison supervisor.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, thank you.
Who's going to send me the bullet points of what he's supposed to do?
I will circulate those and copy you just to make sure if
Thank you.
anybody has a comment, they can do that.
Okay.
Just because we got the weather, Landon, I think we're a while away from severe weather, but if you could kind of keep track, I hear thunder. I don't think we're in any danger, but just to keep track for us. Okay, we had an engineering discussion here, so we'll bypass that and go on to our ordinance for the salary ordinance amending. There's a request by the park board for a park employee.
You want to say anything about that? It's just a part-time seasonal position. We'll run from May 1st to Labor Day. Person to help Larry out at the park.
Okay, and it's $15 an hour, 32 hours a week, up to.
No more than 30.
No more.
No more.
Yep,
And I put that in the salary ordinance. So I actually
It's
got
in there,
that.
just like that.
It's in yellow.
From May 1st to Labor Day is what it says, right? Okay.
So
Can that person be used throughout the town if the park is not, or is it just strictly like park?
This is strictly hard.
Park
They
only?
pay separately,
Okay.
so.
what would they be helping with at the park?
Whatever the park manager needs help with.
Do we not mow out there as the town?
That's a contract.
Okay.
They contract that out.
Do you foresee that this person would be like scheduled, whatever, 20 hours a week or whatever, or just come in for specific tasks?
Larry will need to figure that out. The point right now of this is just getting it on the salary ordinance. We haven't even advertised the position yet. But Larry will be determining what their responsibilities are and what he needs help with.
And he'd be determining the amount of hours they work per week?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a part-time position. It'll be less than 32 hours a week.
So we don't know what Larry would need help with, is what you're saying.
It's just his assistant, just like a worker would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of physical things to do down at the park.
Yep.
Different projects that we're wanting to get going.
Mhm.
Wanting to put in a sand volleyball pit, one thing, maybe do a pickleball court. I mean, there's no shortage of things that Larry needs help with.
All right. So this is an ordinance, so,
Right, so Bart would need to read it by title only
Okay.
and follow our normal process of first reading, suspension of the rules, and then passage.
okay.
So it would be salary ordinance number 021926. Wage and salary ordinance for employees of the town of Knightstown for the year 2026. And then it's actually in yellow there where I changed it.
Okay.
It's down in that, and for record, it's in section number 9. Right below
Okay.
the park.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve on first reading?
I'll make the motion to approve salary 021926 on first reading.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Do we want to pass this tonight and suspend the rules? If so, I need a motion to suspend the rules.
I'll make the motion, we suspend the rules.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, can we read the ordinance again by title only? Second reading.
Salary ordinance by title only. Salary ordinance number 021926. Wage and salary ordinance for employees of the town of Knightstown for the year 2026.
All right,
And it is in section number 9 under the park.
all right. So we need a motion to approve on second reading, final.
I'll make the motion, we approve salary ordinance 021926 on second reading.
All right, is there a second?
I will second that.
Okay, with a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries.
And Jeff, I just have one more question. If there's a disciplinary action that needed, Larry would be in charge of handling that, or would that come to here?
He's not your employee.
No, he's not our
The
employee.
park's-
The park's
Okay, so,
completely
so,
separate.
He
so,
would handle all
We
that.
just.
so it'd
we-
be, okay,
Yeah, they work under us and
Okay.
we handle all the financials, so we have to
Alrighty.
have them.
thanks.
All right, next would be Ordinance Violations Bureau discussion. I think, Bart, you sent something out on this.
I know we talked about this in the past, or, I think the key, like Greg had sent that email out, that we would need to take away the moving violations, for example, anything like that, in order for us to, we would have to amend it. That older one was passed in, I think, 2017, was it, Greg?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
So we would need to amend that. It was ordinance number 011917B, yeah, 11/9/17. So I mean, we would have to go through and, take those moving violation things away, like traffic, like stopping it, failure to stop, things like that, speeding violations, things. But there would be things they could write tickets for. So I think we would just need to amend that, talk about what all you would want encompassed in there, and then we would pass the new ordinance. But in your packets is a copy of the old resolution. I'm sorry, yes, and it actually is a resolution.
No, it's an ordinance. It's an ordinance.
It says resolution, but then it says ordinance, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Resolution establishing an
It says
ordinance?
No,
That's all wrong, okay.
no. I mean, what I've got is an ordinance establishing the Ordinance Violation Bureau. And what was that number again, Bart? I'm sorry.
The one I saw said 011917B.
Okay, thank you.
Is he looking at the same thing we're
Okay.
looking at?
So we basically need to say if we want to move forward with changes and, yeah, this is a
That's it.
pretty old one from 2001.
Mine says ordinance. I have no idea what it says. Okay, it's an ordinance.
Okay.
Okay. So do we just need to kind of give you direction? and
Right,
say,
no,
yeah,
well,
we
I mean,
wanna do
here
this?
would be my recommendations, because
Yeah.
the BMV doesn't allow you to run any motor vehicle violation, moving motor vehicle violation, anything that would carry points. So you would need to remove traffic control signs. You would need to remove through streets and stop intersections. Alley traffic is fine, that's it's not state roads. One-way streets and alleys, probably need to amend that just to say alleys, but I have to look, I don't know why we would repeat that from alley traffic. Speed regulations, and then I think that's all that you would need to remove. But we can remove any of the others that you want, too. If you want to look at it and think about it and tell me, you know, what you want removed, if anything, in addition to those things, just let me know, and then I can prepare that for your next meeting.
Okay.
But, and this was, I was gonna say this about the UTV ordinance. I know it's a little bit out, but earlier we were saying you could consider that tonight, and you can, but it imposes a fine. So it has to have a public hearing, so you won't be able to approve it tonight for your going out for notices about inspections. But this one, you wouldn't have to, because those fines are already established. So I just wanted, before we got to the UTV ordinance, I didn't want to forget that.
Okay, that's
And
good.
us pass it without the public hearing, because
And,
anytime you.
but this actually includes golf carts and things like that. So I don't know if you want
gosh,
to add that here or how you want to handle it.
If you want it added.
It's listed
then-
golf carts.
Yeah, where did you see that? I'm sorry.
It's on page, second page, middle of this page.
74.01.
Yes, but it doesn't include UTVs, so.
No, right, that's
If
what
you
I'm
want
saying. It
to
would need to be
include
adjusted,
that,
combining
then
them here.
I would need to do that as well.
Okay. So I'm assuming we're not going to vote on this tonight.
No, it
Gonna
was
let
just
you
for
know we want to
discussion.
move forward with this and
Yeah,
and
I
prepare.
think he has it listed as discussion,
Right,
so.
he does.
So again, if any questions you have tonight, that's fine. If you, I would suggest you take it, look at it, send me an email about what you want added, or else subtracted other than what I've mentioned. And then I'll put that together for your March meeting.
We think.
I always thought it was a good thing, just because, it's a way to make some money, and kind of give us a tool.
I have a few questions.
Yep.
I know that there are some people that already have chickens in town. So are they not allowed to have chickens in town?
Nope.
Nope, they're not. Not legal to have them in town.
And that doesn't mean that they would be ticketed right away, because as you said, some people may just not notice it. I'm sure the police would give them a notice of
Yeah,
violation,
warning.
giving them time to come into compliance and remove the, whatever, the animals, whatever they are, chickens.
So it's already
Hopefully not
illegal,
roosters.
it's just this is a fine, right?
Right, okay.
And then if they ignored that, then they would issue them a ticket in all likelihood.
Which this is already in place, right? This is not
Yeah.
something that can't be used, it's there. We just need to amend it.
Yeah, just not widely advertised.
Yeah. So I saw some heads nod, not everyone. Do we want to go ahead and have Greg amend this and get it ready for us, or what do you think? Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, look
Okay.
at it and send me
We're
your
good. I'm
thoughts.
kind of seeing
So
5 nods, so
give
we're
me a
good.
week at least before your meeting to get things changed and get it to you in time to read.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, comprehensive plan discussion and resolution.
Yes, that, Whitney was her name, she's real nice. She emailed this to us, and it was actually over, I'm trying to find the year. It's a resolution that by year, it's way in the head, that we would have zero traffic deaths. And that year would actually, well, I didn't see it on the first page.
So it's a
But
goal, right?
It's a goal, that she said that that's all 3 counties are participating in, Henry County and Rush and Decatur counties. So I put the town, she sent me the template for the resolution, and basically everything, the whereas, everything talks about, it's a safety action plan. And it, basically what we put in your packet on the back part, it goes through these, talk about safe streets and the things that they want. And it gives it an actual, the components of an action plan.
So I have a question about who does Whitney work for?
Yeah.
And
I'm not
who
exactly sure.
who within Henry County is pushing this? Because have we had any traffic deaths in the last couple of years we're aware of? I hope not, I don't know.
My guess is it's to qualify for some federal.
It is, it's about grants, so it's not necessarily, I'm not saying we
I'm not
don't
saying
do
we
it.
had 'em,
I just want to understand where does it come from?
Correct.
Other than, there's money available, I get it.
Just because I hear this.
Yeah, okay, you've been there.
Whitney is probably, Whitney from ARA, it's a grant writing.
That's what I thought, as a consultant.
Rushville, Rush County, the Safe Streets for All, and I think it included Henry Decatur in that, so I think this really is just try, if you do that, there's a chance that some of their work might allow you to try to go after funding later.
Yep.
Are they asking for anything?
Just the resolution to adopt the.
Yeah, the resolution.
Goal of 0 deaths by.
But-
They're not asking for dollars, you're.
Well, they're asking for time, if I read some of what was sent correctly. I mean, there's a whole series of things that were described. Community action plans, having a community group that kind of facilitates this, which is great, but is not, I mean, we've had no deaths. I hope we don't ever have any,
Right.
so I'm not looking for lots of new commitments for the council or the people who work for Knightstown to spend more money. So, again, I'm not saying we don't do this. I'd love to be, obviously always open to grants. But, does this specifically say we must? I haven't read it all, so I don't know. I mean, I saw the email, but I didn't see all of this information. So engagement and collaboration, right, with the public, relevant stakeholders. So does that mean they will come and do that
Well, I know.
and have meetings with the community, or?
It says U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Highway would be active in the first part of it, at least. But yeah, I mean, and then they just had down here Rush, Decatur, and Henry counties, or 3 counties. So I don't know if there's more out of the 92 or not, but those are the 3 she had listed. So.
Okay.
It's probably by region, and it does say that together they will coordinate to create countywide safety action
That's what I thought.
plans and identifying priority areas of concerns, outline strategies to reduce and ultimately eliminate roadway fatalities.
Okay.
My guess, maybe you could have some input since you've heard about this in some other communities, it would be the grant writing people, as we've had before on grants that require hearings and documents and efforts, would lead those kinds of discussions. But it still would take some community involvement, whether that's employees, council members, or appointed individuals.
Okay.
2050,
Yeah.
2050.
Yeah, you've got 25 years to put it together.
If they don't have a timeline, I know that Rush County, if that is the Safe Streets for All, Kyle Garner is in charge of that, and I can get
Yeah.
a number, but that's all I know. I
Okay.
was in a meeting where they were talking about it.
So this is amending our comprehensive plan, is that what you said? I mean, it doesn't say that here, you
No.
mentioned it in the
I'm not sure
notice.
why it
She just said
referenced.
comprehensive, a comprehensive.
Yeah, it's a comprehensive safety action plan, okay, it's not a part of
It's
it.
not our comp plan. We're not.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Because there's a whole process.
I'm fine with it, I don't want to be a roadblock to this, folks, so if we want to pass it, that's great. Certainly don't want to miss out on grants.
I have a question. Have we even, because I did see that it says fatalities, which we have not had any fatalities, correct?
Well,
Or serious injuries?
Yeah, I'm sure we might have had those, but, and we don't have an official answer to that, right? We're just asking, so.
We had a town employee that was
Hit by a car.
injured.
True, that's been
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
years ago, but
That's
yeah.
been a few
right.
years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Joe.
Is there a desire to pass this? Is there,
Just takes one motion
take a motion?
as a resolution.
I'll make the motion that we pass resolution number 021926.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, all in favor? Bruce, yep. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No.
No.
Okay, 3-2. You want to do a roll call, just? or-
Yes, please.
Okay,
Roger Hammer,
yes.
Bruce Brown,
Yes.
Kevin Ritchie,
Yes?
Desiree Payton,
No.
Jeffrey Vanderlyn.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, next is UTV ordinance. So as Greg said, we can pass on first reading, but then we need a hearing, right?
That's correct. I'll do the notice for Bart.
So please read by title only.
Sure, if you're ready. It is ordinance number 021926A, an ordinance regulating the operation of off-road vehicles within the town of Knightstown, Indiana.
Okay, if there's a desire to pass this, we need,
Landon, I sent you this too, did I not? I sent you this as well, so you can see the definitions, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure we had sent that to you.
okay, we'll need a motion if there's a desire
So
to
a
pass this on first reading.
UTV is not a side-by-side, right?
No, it defines what is a
Does this include
UTV in
golf
the
carts?
document. It is a motor-driven vehicle capable of cross-country travel without the benefit of a road or trail or immediately over land, water, snow, ice, marsh, swampland, or other natural terrain. That definition is right out of the state
Okay.
law, which is basically a codification of DNR, so.
So would, to me, that wouldn't exclude a side-by-side. It's just not
They're
specific.
all excluded unless you permit them by ordinance.
Okay,
So, and again, they would not, they are ATVs rather than golf carts or UTVs. So there's several different definitions in there.
so you're saying if we don't put side-by-sides in here, then they're excluded?
Except for public safety. Public
Yeah, I
safety is
know.
allowed to operate those by statute.
John?
May I offer something? Just please, let's make sure we define exactly what is and isn't, because enforcing this is going to be
Yeah,
a barrier.
yeah.
And we're up for it, but give us the tools to do it.
Well, if they pass it on first reading, you got another month to look at it. If you think it's not clear, let us know. We can always amend it on second reading.
So what is this considered?
To make it, as clear as we can,
I
but
assume
again,
it's
this
a
is,
side-by-side, which
it's
is not
state
included.
statute,
What he's
so
saying.
that doesn't mean it's clear.
Three businesses in
but,
town that operate these.
we can answer those questions, so, yep.
Well, I thought we
that's
were
a no-go.
including that. So I thought, I
Is this a
mean, like,
no-go then?
that's
I
a,
can't see it, so I don't know.
That's
it's
a
like a
no-go.
John Deere side-by-side,
Like a
is what it looks
Gator,
like to
but
me.
it's a
Like
No,
the,
only for-
So I
only
didn't
for
realize
public
we weren't
safety.
including that, actually. I
It's
thought
not
we were
included
saying
in
that as a
the
UTV. Okay.
definition, So,
doesn't the police department have one?
I think
Yeah, it excludes that.
you have a side-by-side, but the state law allows that for public safety.
Yeah, right, for
purposes,
public
but
safety.
Not for,
But I don't see why we would exclude those.
Kinda don't either.
because the law excludes them. That's
Right, but we
why.
can enable them, you're saying.
Yes, you would. need
Just
to
like
have
we
a
are
s-
here.
A separate ordinance for ATVs.
So, we have to have another ordinance to do that, okay.
Right, because it comes under a different statute.
So I'm kinda confused. What is a UTV then? I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I mean, the definition you gave me doesn't tell me,
okay.
Yeah.
All
which is
right.
kinda what you're saying.
Well,
Give me examples. We need examples of what they are.
Need pictures.
Yeah, right. Pictures, right.
okay,
Yeah, because there's quads, there's.
Yeah.
right.
Like four-wheelers, I would say no.
Well, that's an ATV.
That's-
ATV.
Yeah, and that's the other
So
one,
too is a side-by-side.
which I don't want personally, four-wheelers.
I don't
But
either.
we might enable the side-by-side, so anyway. But I don't know what this is. I mean, we've got golf carts, so what is included here that's,
All I can tell you is what's in the definition section of the state law. I don't have any pictures, state law doesn't give me any
Yeah.
pictures, so, again, if you want to, have somebody contact DNR to give you more of a.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to approve this myself. Yeah, that'd be great, because I don't know what this is. I mean, to me, I was assuming it was gonna be like, okay, golf carts with,
So like overland, that could be a snowmobile. That falls in that,
I suppose.
okay?
Okay.
Water, I wouldn't think, wouldn't think what are those?
Jet ski.
Jet ski would qualify, you're not gonna run that on the road.
Hopefully not. I hope we don't have that much water ever.
But yeah,
So, what does UTV stand for? What's the U?
um,
Do you know?
yes,
Something terrain vehicle, I'm sure.
shoot,
Google it.
Anyway,
utility, thank you, yes.
utility task. She just looked it up. It says utility task or side by side.
Well, no, it doesn't,
That's
not
what-
statute.
Okay.
And if you look at 7410, the
Okay.
first paragraph, it says the general intent of the legislature under the aforementioned statute was to promote safety of persons or property, et cetera, et cetera. An off-road vehicle or snowmobile is defined under that code section. Prohibits the operation of off-road vehicles on a public highway, not specifically designated for use for vehicles. And then what that says is that it's automatically prohibited unless the local ordinance authorizes it. So the statutory definitions are there. I can look those up, or maybe you can look them up.
Well, actually, under, 7410A says off-road vehicles, snowmobiles, understanding consistent with the rights of all citizens, an off-road vehicle or
State
snowmobile
law?
is defined under.
I mean, I can.
So
look
it's
it up.
defined under IC
Probably before a lot of these were
1416-1-7.
made.
We can look more into it.
I think we need to look more into it, because to me, it's the side-by-side we want to enable,
Why?
not, I don't even know what this is, so how would I vote
You
for
want
it?
to enable
I
side.
mean, I heard snowmobile, but,
Snowmobile, no. Utility has a side-by-side.
well, I know we've got a few businesses in town that use them.
I was gonna say, the elevator uses a
Yeah,
side by
I
side.
mean, they drive around all the time, so,
On town streets?
at times.
I think Smoot may.
Not on
A
highways,
few
but on
different
town
ones
streets.
do, yeah, I think my brother does, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can't authorize them on state highways.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we don't have the jurisdiction for that.
Yeah, I'm not ready to vote on that.
Yeah, I'm not
either.
either. Like,
So get some details here.
Oh, see what we can find.
So we already approved the golf cart ordinance though, right?
Yes, you had one
So you
for
can
years.
continue, I know, you can go ahead with that for golf carts, right? That's approved, so go ahead and move forward. We may add, anything other than golf carts, I'm hearing, is not included. So if it's not a golf cart,
Currently, that's correct.
it's not currently included. We're still working on that one. Okay, thank you. We have storm sewer utility discussion, what's that about?
I just kind of keep it going, the discussion as far as the utility. I just thought, I know we went through that process where we were interviewing all the engineering firms and stuff.
Right.
I think from what I heard, every single one had talked about the need for a storm sewer utility.
Yep.
So I
Yeah,
kinda wanna start that.
we talked about it in the meeting with them, just generally. I shared my personal opinion, which was, unfortunately, if there is no specific option for, I mean, I've been hearing like there's funding levels are going down, right? So grants and things are kind of drying up. I'm personally not in favor of creating a new utility where we charge the citizens of Knightstown, which, once you do that, that's gonna be a naturally increasing cost. The only reason to do that, I'd almost wanna charge minimally, lock it down and say it can never go up unless statutorily you have to raise the price. And then go after grants. I mean, there's no other reason to do it, because, other than we do have storm sewer issues at times, and, it's not always easy to deal with them. But personally, I'm just not interested in putting more costs on the town people, so that's my take. I think we need to investigate it, look into what it might work for us, how it might work for us, and are there really specific grants that we could go after if we create it? Because I know minimally it's somewhere around, I heard $5 a month you have to charge in order to become eligible for grants.
What, 3 to 5?
I believe they said 3 to 5.
3 to 5, okay.
My area, ones that have have started it, you're probably like the $3 to $10 range. And really, the only thing that's kind of juiced that up again is with SB1 and potential losses to income. There are people looking
Raise income, yeah.
But, yeah, I'm sure that'll be part of the upcoming discussion over the next couple months.
Yeah. So maybe we need to look at this along with the trash utility, so, because we can save the residents significant money on trash, and then take some small percentage of that savings and do wastewater. That would be my take. I know we didn't get trash passed last year, but I would hope we can do that now, because I know we can save people probably half of their bill. I don't know why we couldn't do it. Sorry.
Brian, I'm sorry, what'd you say that was? Not $5, but 3 to what?
3 to
I
5.
believe in the meeting that we had, they talked $3 to $5. What, there's some form of a minimum that you have to do, but like I said, I've seen in East Central Indiana that I cover, those dollars are
Yeah.
usually between like 3 and 10.
You don't wanna hear this, but you need a rate study. You have to justify
Yeah,
that.
you gotta
fee.
pay, right.
So, I mean, just understand that
Right.
there's some expense associated with creating that. And the same is true of the trash utility, so. But even before you do the trash utility, you have to at least have bids or quotes from providers, so you know what. And if you don't add much to that, that you can add an administrative component for billing and all of that. But both of those would need studies.
And we probably need a public hearing too.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah, you have to do all that. We've been through that. Okay. Any other discussion on that? If not, we'll move on to Planning Commission new membership. Opportunity for potential members to address the town council and town attorney. Okay, I'm not sure.
I don't know why they
Somebody
want
wanna-
to address me.
Somebody asking to address us? or-
There was, I thought there were several emails from what I remember, so there was so many emails. There was an email going around that talking about one more position. from what I remember.
There was. There is, yeah, if we can address that, that would be good, to go ahead and fill that position, definitely.
Yeah, John.
Mr. Schwartz came.
Oh, you're interested in being involved? Okay.
Yeah.
He came into
great.
the office, yeah.
Is there just one position open? Is that correct?
Well, let me put it this way. If none of the younger people that I've heard about are interested, that will do it. And most importantly, make the meetings.
Yes, we need the meetings to be,
I think it's kind of nasty. Here I
I agree.
come in for a plan commission meeting. We've got an engineer and we've got a guy that lives in Carmel. Guess what they had to do? They had to come back again next month.
I heard about it.
And yeah.
I heard about it.
Well, I would be willing to take that spot. As I think I told Mr. Van Hoy, if I were here, I would be here.
Yeah, that's good. That's what we need.
We need a
Let's make
quorum.
committed.
So if there are younger people that are interested in it, that'll get involved in the town, I love it. More power to them. If not, I guess I'm your guy.
All right. Thank you.
Can we advertise for that to get?
I think there's been a number.
Or can we just go ahead and appoint?
I think we need them.
I'll make the motion that we appoint John Swartz to the, our newest member to the Planning Commission.
I will second that.
Congrats, John.
It was a race. Okay,
Thank you,
pick
John.
your second. All right, all in favor of the motion to add John Schwartz to the Planning Commission, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? You're on. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, since you're on, I guess we'll give you one more. That is kind of a public comment, but real quick.
I just wanted to say thank you. I know I'm.
Oh, yeah, you're part of the Hoosier
Gym
Gym,
board.
yes. Yeah, well, and
We're
we,
excited.
we appreciate the Hoosier Gym. They even raised their contribution to help get this done. All right, KPD SOP amendment.
Yeah, I'd just like to, the KPD SOP amendment, if we can just have a quick discussion on amending the SOP to allow Officer Day to go to the academy in May, since it
Yes.
says one thing, and if we can just make that amendment to where he can go, so we're operating under the same,
Great,
same document, everybody knows, and
that's great.
if Greg or Chief Dean can come up with an amendment for that.
So we need to change the SOP to enable.
What part of the SOP?
There's a section that describes,
Okay.
basically, as we read it before, it does kind of deny that once you fail, you can't.
If we can just get that
We need
amended
to
where he
adjust
can
that.
go.
So basically, the council would need to approve it, I think, is what we talked about the language being last time.
Brings up a question you don't have to answer tonight, but I'm gonna be bringing a brand new SOP that we've been working on.
Okay.
Michaela's been typing, of course,
Okay.
we don't have it yet, but and I wonder, the the best way to have some committee meetings or some special meetings to go over.
Some review, yeah.
Some points, because it's massive and things like this may
Make
not
sure
be
get in
there
there.
that we could add, and after you read all that, you can't really remember the next day.
So, I mean, could we just send it out and, I mean, the police committee meeting would be the place to review, right?
Yeah,
It seems like.
but those half-hour meetings are not gonna be enough.
Well, you can expand it,
There's
yeah.
gonna be a construction phase.
Yeah, right.
Fixing phase.
Okay.
Are you saying?
You can
like-
have a special meeting too if you want.
That's a lot.
You wanna have a special meeting?
There's over 700 pages, so it won't be an email or.
That's-
700?
Can't even one PDF.
Oh,
We haven't
my.
whittled anything away, we can whittle some of that away.
Well, let's
How
get
long
down
was
to
it
about
before?
3 pages.
Wasn't it like that thick before?
What was it, 60 pages or something?
Okay. 700. Okay. Yeah, you wrote that, didn't you? Original, I think.
700.
Okay.
Could I ask Jeff a
kidding?
question? Jeff,
Sir.
do you remember the section number? Or
I don't. I can email
Would
that
you
to
just
you.
do that?
Yeah,
Would you?
I
Okay.
can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. You know, we can definitely schedule some meetings to review. I don't know about 700 pages. I think we need
that's a lot.
subcommittees for each section or something. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, get some help in the office. We have this really nice new tool called Microsoft Teams. You can drop that baby right on there and send us a shared link. We can all go right on there and look at it. We don't even have to download it. So we need to,
If we do it in sections, it would be better than just throwing
yeah,
it all out at once.
I agree.
I wouldn't look. at
love to accelerate that use.
700 pages.
Thank you.
it in sections.
All right, fire board discussion.
And this was one of my topics also. Bruce and I attended the fire board meeting, the monthly meeting. It was January 28th of 2026. And I think Susie's here to talk about that, but I can read the letter unless you want to do that. Okay. So there's a letter typed up by the trustee, which is Susie Van Hoy, and it says on January 1st, 2009, the Knightstown Wayne Township Fire Department was established. Prior to this date, the fire department operated under the town of Knightstown. On or before August 7th of 2001, the town of Knightstown purchased a 1985 Ford fire truck. This is the attached title. The title shows that it was titled to the town of Knightstown. The fire department is currently in the process of purchasing a new fire truck, and they have to eliminate this truck. So since it was purchased and paid for by the town, the fire board is asking guidance on how to remove the truck from the inventory. Since it's not theirs, it technically belongs to the town. I would be in favor of just giving them the fire truck. I don't think the town knew of that until probably it was talked about. So,
So now we want a big fee.
yeah.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say, they don't want the truck, so,
I got it.
yeah. But that would be my motion, that we just donate the truck to them. You know, they've,
I'll need to do a resolution.
Yeah.
How soon are you trading?
May 1st, I have
Okay.
to have it done by.
Okay.
I'll do a
Got a couple
resolution
meetings.
to donate it to the.
but that would be my
Are we
opinion.
generally in agreement here?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
We don't.
What's the name of the township?
Right,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Wayne, you might want to
Wayne,
drive it around.
Thank you. Okay.
Can I take it home with me and drive it around or something?
No. You're not insured.
Every guy wants
You
a
have
fire.
to-
I know.
You have to have a
Cost me a fortune to insure it,
You
right?
have to have a CDL.
Yeah, right.
When you, sorry, I
That on the call.
forget to talk in.
No, that's okay.
There's 2 ways, but when you send me that SOP policy, would you send me a copy of the?
You can
title
just
so I
have, you can just
ref-
have these when
Okay,
we're done.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So just as a comment, Kevin and I just agreed we want to add the fire truck to the UTV resolution.
Yeah.
No,
All right, last item on
Do
the
you need a
main.
motion for that real quick?
He's gonna
I'll
have
do a
to do the
resolution.
resolution,
Okay,
then
they
we'll,
won't, they'll motion it, okay.
we kind of all agreed
Okay.
to move forward there. Employee handbook amendment.
And that was already discussed with the temporary
covered that.
supervisor.
Oh, okay, yes,
So,
thanks.
yep.
Okay, approval of claims. Next thing on my stack. So let's take the council docket first. Any, well, take a second review. It feels a little thicker than normal. What's the total there?
The total for the general council docket is
Yeah,
$476,588.12.
okay. I always like to kind of point out some of the larger items. Look through here, lots of small items.
Well, we have,
52,000
Dave
Dave
O'Meara.
O'Meara, so that's a payment process we set up for the paving, right?
which was carried over into this year, that's
Right.
so the new budget kicked in, yeah.
Of course, payroll, expenses.
We have, what was talking about,
So there's power, of course, 246,000 plus. It's a big chunk.
but yeah, which we have that every month.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think what was bigger than month over there. Yeah, that was probably the
that's the big one. Yeah, everything else is,
Roxana, can you think of any other ones?
We had a lot of, water repairs. We had
Oh, yeah, right.
$6,000 in water repairs, because we, unfortunately, with the hard freeze, we had
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The snow, that's right.
oh, meters too? Yeah, I know, we had the two major leaks we had to
Yes,
fix,
we had
right?
two major leaks, as well as, I think, 6 water meters that froze. So,
Had to call
yeah.
Cooley, that's right.
All right,
So I have a question before we move forward. Knightstown collision, that's not that one of our vehicles was in an accident, right? This was actually, from, I think it was John's car back in August of last year, I think. But we didn't ever get the invoice.
oh,
I don't know
well,
why.
that was the one
Oh.
where the car rolled or something, but why are we
No,
paying?
it was past, wasn't it getting fixed from a past incident?
Yeah. It just didn't, we didn't ever, know the invoice wasn't paid, so she hand delivered it to us the other day, so we just got it on.
Okay.
Okay. It's not anything recent, no. Okay.
This one was from October,
Oh, October, sorry.
when the scratch or something that happened a long time ago.
Okay.
I'll make the motion. We approve the February 2026 council docket in the amount of $476,588.12.
I will second that.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Now we'll move to the payroll docket.
Right. And then the total dollar amount for the payroll docket is
John?
John,
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
265,920. Sorry. $265,924.07.
I'll make the motion. We accept the February 2026 payroll docket in the amount of $265,924.07.
I will second that.
All right, motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Any other financial matters? Bart, any other financial matters?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, legal, other legal
Nope.
matters?
Nothing.
We're almost ready to finish up our State Board of Accounts audit, so it's almost done. And then,
Oh, yeah.
though, the bidding at the, that's right, thank you for remembering
Okay.
that. For the mowing at the cemetery, we were wanting to get that discussion kind of
Okay.
going as far as mowing at the cemetery for the bidding process.
Oh,
So,
we have bids?
well, people
Solicit bids.
just
Open,
start that
okay.
process, yeah.
Start receiving bids. Okay. Do we need a motion to agree to have bids?
Just to authorize them to go out
Okay.
for bids for
Okay.
cemetery mowing.
I'll make the motion. We authorize the utility ladies to put out the bids for the mowing in the cemetery for 2026.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Put out the bids. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, RDC, I guess the comment is that we've discussed previously that the Masonic building was gonna be sold. We do understand that there's a buyer. The RDC will likely, although I haven't got final confirmation, she said probably be fine, that we'll meet next week to review. We have an agreement about that building to make sure that there's defined steps to get it completed. We're not worried so much about what happens there as making sure the building is cared for and it's all completed in terms of interior and exterior and lasts many, many years. So that meeting, again, is not scheduled, but we may meet next Wednesday on We also had HWC on here, which we already covered earlier. From now on, let's put that along with the utility report, the works manager report.
I have one thing before you
Okay.
close, please. I'm sorry, I forgot to put this on the agenda. Rick come in the other day. The guys that are doing the work on the bridge at 140, they have asked if they could park some of their stuff at the wastewater plant. Rick and Lexi said it's fine. There is plenty of room for them to be able to put that stuff there. They just, if we're okay with it, they just need a signature stating that we're okay with it. And then they have it spelled out here. I'll just give it.
Do they, yeah, I was gonna say, what's
you can
that?
kinda look
Like
at
a
it. It's
contract that we have to
Just a
agree
real
to?
quick kind of thing. It's not really a.
Has our
just-
lawyer reviewed it?
I just got it handed to me, so.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
it's kinda like they need to take liability for their own stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's what
We
basically
wouldn't
what it
wanna have a
states is
truck
they're-
hit them and then they're like, oh, you're responsible. You're parking in our area. I see where they're gonna park there, okay, just on that one end. So, kind of proposing that pink area to park next to the
Where is it?
sewer plant, down on the east end of the sewer plant.
Yeah, they're just gonna be using part of the sewer plant for storing like tools and stuff.
We sold them a strip of land. Chet Dennison.
Is this a temporary thing, or is it permanent? What,
No, it's
just
just
while they're
temporary
working
during
on
the
it.
project,
So
during the
it'd be like
NDOT project.
180-day project.
so you can give them a temporary easement for that, whatever that.
You wanna review that? I mean, here's a document they're asking us to sign. Yeah,
Definitely. I'd rather give them an easement than
Yeah.
sign some kind of a contract, but
I
I'll
agree.
look at it. Thank you.
thanks. When are they starting, do you know?
March 8th. The
March.
bridge is supposed to be closed from March 8th to August 28th.
Okay, so they're needing an answer
give you much
before the next meeting, so, okay,
Yeah, they didn't give much time at all.
okay.
I wouldn't rush it. I would say he looks at it and then it gets approved and,
Yep.
you know, if it's on them, we meet
Right.
the same time every month, so.
Anything else, anyone?
Were we going to discuss the town
Thank you.
manager
I
and,
forgot. I think we should discuss that.
and the other thing, I don't know that we need to discuss it, but
The
just
job descriptions.
acknowledge that you're working on them or doing,
Yeah, we had a meeting with Imani.
yeah.
It's so, what we're doing is we're doing we're doing all job descriptions. So basically, if there ever is a problem with an employee, we can refer back to the job description.
So there were, I guarantee you, there were job descriptions created.
And I've
We
looked.
reorganized the
Yeah.
utilities somewhere between 16 and 20.
Yeah,
If we need to- I mean, you guys should
I've
give
never,
Beth a
I've never
call.
seen them, and I know when Rick retired in 23, we had to pull one from Greenfield because we didn't even have a
Well,
description for his
They're
job,
there
so,
somewhere. Beth created them, we reviewed them.
Yeah, I've
They're-
never seen
maybe
them.
they're
I have no
stuck
idea
in
where
a
they're at. So
Binder from one of the meetings, I don't know, but there should be job
But we've
descriptions.
been through those because the.
I'm just saying, we're gonna spend a lot of money probably recreating job descriptions, right?
Well, what she's
Consultants.
doing is she has an employee questionnaire that all the employees will fill
Mm-hmm.
out, everybody will. And then she will go through with the manager, or the manager's supposed to go through it, which ideally would be your town manager, but unfortunately, we're
Well,
kind of in a catch-22 there.
that's the other thing I did.
Yeah,
I sent you guys a kind of a AI-generated town manager position description. Sent it to Greg also. So I guess when you're done talking about this, we'll talk about that topic. Sorry.
yeah, so what will happen is the employees will fill it out, so that she gets an idea from their standpoint as a Tech One or as a utility clerk, what we do on a day-to-day basis. And then she will build job descriptions from there based on that. And of course, like she said, you'll have the generic in there where you'll be, for like our townspeople who are coming out to plow, they'll be on call for plowing and that kind of thing. They'll have that generic in there, but we're scheduled to meet back with her on March 2nd.
So all I would say is when we redid those, there was a change, a significant change from specific jobs listed to team member.
Yeah.
We do not want people to be able to say, oh, that's not my job, I don't do that.
Well, that's
so- We
had
where
one
this,
with the
that's where the job descriptions come into play, is because that's where she said the wording will come in, because that's what Bart and I were very clear to her is,
Yeah.
especially within the town, the wastewater people still help with the cemetery or the water
So
people
we should
and
have
that
like
kind of thing, so that it's
team
kind of-
member, team
Yes.
lead, and some people might have a primary responsibility.
But
in
she
the
said that's where
sewer
the
or
employees
primary
filling out the
responsibility.
questionnaire helps, because.
Yeah, we
they're
definitely want to
already
do a
stating
thorough
what they're
review of
doing.
those by the council before we
Right.
even.
And we need to do this now because we've got one
gotta keep
employee
moving.
that's.
Well, we
getting
need
ready
to
go
move
on
forward.
Maternity leave. We're gonna be
Yeah,
down
we
to
need,
3 employees for summer.
we need, we need at least two hires. Plus a town manager.
I have a certified water operator resume.
Send
I
me that
also have a-
resume.
I also have a certified wastewater operator resume.
Send them.
now. So. I
Last
have
month,
got
you
one of
said you
each,
had them, and
so
I haven't seen them.
I will send them to you right now.
Thank you.
I'll forward them to all 5 of you guys right now.
There's gonna be a
Great.
lot more probably pretty soon, yeah.
Well, we need to formally go open the positions. I mean, that's what we have to do, right? Is there anything that would, I guess we need good job descriptions, right?
Yes.
Would that be something
I
that,
mean, these are things that are not hard to create anymore, right? I mean, seriously, AI will create these from
Well,
lots
Je-
of information.
And
online.
Jeff Lane can probably tell you a lot of it.
Yeah, right. What'd you say?
I mean,
Sorry,
They
Greg.
should be able to give you
Water one.
a not to exceed amount, so you know how much you're obligating yourself.
That'd be
to.
good.
I mean,
Yeah, if we can do
or a
that,
range or
get a
something
not to
like that.
exceed from the consultant.
They know what that takes. They've done it
Mm-hmm.
before.
And I'd be glad to take all the input from the employees and run it through AI and give you samples and see if that's pretty close to what she needs. Take me about 10 minutes.
would that have been something that you, when you were on the council before, and maybe Landon too, that you guys voted on? as well?
Absolutely. We voted on it and passed it, I guarantee it, because it was a big, big change we made at that time, and it was a little, there was quite a bit of discussion about it, right? And there was some employee, change going on.
I seem to remember that. I was sitting out there.
I know we
but
have.
remember-
I'll reach out to Beth if she'll, is available, I don't know, and find out if she has any, I don't know if she remember where they were, probably not. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about town manager. I think that topic has come up a few times. I am strongly in favor of hiring a town manager. Greg sent out, there's actually statutory definition of what a town manager is. They report to the council. They are over the utilities. Let me just be really clear. I am not looking to replace Randy. We've said all along that, Randy has told us he's got a defined time when he would like to retire. So, but we need somebody to take over at that time, but we also have other projects and needs that are difficult, I'll say, to complete. And we can, working with HWC on projects and grants and, all kinds of things that we could be doing if we, and frankly, paying attention to all the things that need done across Knightstown. Our utility folks are buried, right? Because we're very short. So if we have somebody that there's their whole job to pay attention, to lead as a supervisor, the utility areas, help set daily goals, weekly goals, quarterly goals, make sure we're maintaining equipment. And frankly, our people, are just too busy, frankly, a lot to think about those things. And so if we need to do something extra to make sure those things are happening, I think we'll have a better run town overall if we do this. My take.
I agree because, we meet once a month and on a lot of committees, but I feel the town needs attention every day. And it's hard for you all to pay attention to everything. It's not your responsibility in the office necessarily or in the utilities the way we have it set up now. But if we have someone that's looking at the whole picture for the town that can coordinate with, Bart and us, and I'm very much in favor of that type of a position.
Okay. Is there agreement to put together a job description and discuss that? And I guess with the need to hire, I'm thinking that maybe we try to get that together along with these other jobs in the next few weeks and have a special meeting to get that moving forward, because we really need to get these people hired in the utility area.
well, if we got resumes now,
Yeah, we can review them. Can we hire somebody without putting a position out publicly?
We've
That's
got
what I
the
thought.
water and the wastewater, both public. and
They're
private.
public already.
They're
Perfect.
already- They've been on the,
I didn't remember that.
Water Alliance website.
Okay. So they're out there. Great. So yeah, send us those resumes.
Okay.
So it's already out.
I
We
just
can make a
never saw it. I
decision.
should you have all three of them in your email right now.
Thank you. All right, we'll look at the additional jobs descriptions and town manager, and then we can make a decision. Anything else? Nope, nope, nope. All right, thank you. We're adjourned.
John, and Landon too.
Stick around and sign. Turn off the video.
The term is off-road vehicle. This is